Hey guys, Realty Rich here. Today we're going to talk about if you can buy a home with zero money down and how you're going to do it. So like, share, and subscribe to my videos. It would mean the world to me. And without further ado, let's jump right in and talk about this. All right, so the first way to buy a home for zero money down is, if you are a first-time home buyer, you can use down payment assistance. That usually doesn't cover all of your upfront costs, such as your closing costs, down payment, lender fees, that sort of stuff. So first-time home buyer grants, and it really depends on what lender you use, because a lot of different lenders have different products that they can apply to your situation and get to you. So the main one here in Colorado is CHFA, C-H-F-A. Usually it covers a percentage of your down payment, percentage of the purchase price, kind of depending on your particular situation. So with lending, everybody's different. Everybody's got a different credit score, different debt to income ratios, different incomes, so on and so forth. So it really just depends on you personally. But down payment assistance, such as CHFA is what we call it, coupled with seller concessions, will give you that end goal of purchasing a house for zero money down. Now, some of the upfront costs that you're still gonna have, your home inspection, your appraisal, those are things that you're gonna have to pay throughout the process, right? So your home inspection, depending on the size of the home, whether you're looking at a 700 square foot condo or a 10,000 square foot single family detached home, it's really going to depend on the size of the property, and that's how they're going to determine how much your inspection is. But usually it ranges between $250 and all the way up to $500 for your mega mansion. So that's going to be a cost associated with going along the process, your home inspection. I always recommend all of my buyers to get a home inspection done. You want to get it done by a professional, a licensed professional. You don't want your Uncle Bob going in there telling you that the toilet's loose. Trust me, it's going to make a big difference when you write your inspection objection. So seller concessions, what that is you are essentially asking the seller for a credit at closing that goes towards you, the buyer's down payment, closing costs, lender fees, anything associated with the money that you have to bring to the table. Okay, so let's say you're looking at a property for $500,000 and you want the seller to get you, let's call it $5,000, right? To help you out with that down payment, with the closing costs, and all of that good stuff. So when you write an offer, again, let's say this is all hypothetically speaking, right? So let's say you're writing an offer for $500K and you want $5,000 from the seller. You're willing to offer him $500K for the property. So your offer is going to say $505,000. And then in the contract, you're actually going to put under seller concessions $5K. So essentially you're asking the seller to get you back $5K at closing in order to help you with those closing costs. So seller concessions coupled with down payment assistance, it'll get you pretty close to bringing zero money to the table. Again, just depends on the down payment assistance program product that you use and that your lender is able to get you. Every lender is going to have, they're all competitive for the most part. Some lenders are different. Some only have in-house products. Some shop products all over the place, like a mortgage broker. They'll actually shop 40 different products that they can apply to your situation that you're eligible for in order to get you the best bang for your buck. Some of these programs are forgivable, meaning that you don't have to pay them back. It's just free money. Some of these programs are not forgivable, and so when you go to sell or refinance, you'll have to pay that back at closing. Oftentimes, there is a higher interest rate on down payment assistance. Again, it really just depends on your credit, your situation, and whatever product your lender can get you. So that's the first way to come close to bringing zero money to the table on your home, right? On a home purchase. Down payment assistance and seller credits, or seller concessions as we call them. With all that being said, I would highly recommend that you guys do have a little bit of money saved up. just so you can cover that inspection cost, that appraisal cost. Appraisal is going to run you about $400. Again, depending on the lender and their fees and so on and so forth, but pretty wise to have at least like $2,000 saved up. Again, it kind of depends on what kind of property you're going for, so on and so forth. Also, Jesus, how can I forget? Earnest money. So when you do go under contract, you have to submit what's called earnest money. Earnest money is basically good faith money. You are putting a down payment down for the house, pretty much is how I could explain it. That would make the most sense for most of you. Usually it's about 1% of the purchase price. So if you're looking at a $500,000 house, the earnest money is going to be around $5,000. That goes towards your closing costs and your down payment. So it's not like that money just disappears. When you do get to the closing table, they subtract that $5,000 from your closing costs. Now, if you use the down payment assistance and the seller concessions, the way that it'll work out on the balance sheet, you may get some money back even. I had a client back in October. He actually got $1,500 paid to him at the closing table because these seller concessions were enough. They superseded all of his closing costs, including down payment. And this particular person did use down payment assistance as well. So in his case, he actually got paid to buy his house, which is not typical, so don't get your hopes up. But it is possible, especially if you have a good agent just like me. So the second way to buy a house with zero money down, we have a program here. It's called NACA, N-A-C-A. Phenomenal program, definitely some more hoops to jump through. You have to go to some educational seminars. You actually have to volunteer some of your time every year in order to educate new NACA members and kind of contribute to the entire ecosystem of this program. But talk about a program that covers everything from start to finish. They cover your down payment, your closing costs, your lender fees, your inspection fees. And on top of that, they're gonna get you a below market rate for your mortgage. So let's say the going rate is 2 3/4. They're gonna get you 2.5 to give you an idea of what below market rate means, right? So NACA, phenomenal program. My only suggestion to you guys is, so the loans are actually done through Bank of America. Going back to my suggestion is to have a agent that is familiar with the program. So the way that your pre-approval is going to come in when you submit an offer from NACA, it's actually going to show up as a non-for-profit. Now, you guys might ask, why is that a big deal? Well, it is a big deal because when you're competing against conventional offers and non-contingent offers and cash offers in this Denver market, a seller or an agent sees a pre-approval letter from a non-for-profit, they're going to be like, what the hell is this? Is it legitimate? What's the deal? So my only tip to you guys is, if you do jump into this NACA program and do all of the things that you need to do in order to get pre-approved with them, is to have an agent that is familiar with it and can properly articulate what it is, what's going on to the list agent and to the sellers, so they're not spooked, scared, and hesitant to submit or to accept your offer because of who you're pre-approved with. That is my only tip for you guys when you guys are looking at the NACA program. So in all, it is possible to get a home with zero money down. It is a little bit of a challenge, especially in this market here in Denver. It is absolutely insane right now. So yeah, if you guys need any more information on that, feel free to reach out to me personally. I would love to go through down payment assistance, NACA programs, anything that's available to you guys as first-time home buyers or not as first-time home buyers. There's a lot of good resources and free money out there for you guys, and I would encourage you to at least look into it and see if it's worth your time. My name is Rich, and I'm a full-time real estate broker here in the beautiful state of Colorado. All of my personal information is in the description below. It would mean the absolute world to me if you like, shared, and subscribed to my channel. If you enjoyed and found value in this video, click on these boxes up here to explore more of my content. This is Realty Rich, and I will check you guys out on the next video.